Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon.
And I am a rail enthusiast who loves going up and down the country, riding on the trains, filming and taking photos of them as well. These videos of my railway journeys can differ sometimes as they can go to plan or will go bad.
Welcome to Simon Trains Railway Journeys. Hello, welcome to Stirling Station. Now today's blog we are visiting some new places and also some ones I like. So we are visiting the following stations: Berwick-upon-Tweed, Leuchars, Cupar, Ladybank, and the final station of the day, Kirkcaldy. Now the reason for this, because I've got a Spirit of Scotland Rover and I'm going to get down to Berwick early to do some morning filming at Berwick-upon-Tweed, which is quite good actually. And then we're going to be doing all stations between Leuchars and Ladybank. So we're doing Leuchars, Cupar, Ladybank, because they're new stations I want to try. And we're also ending at Kirkcaldy, so I can see if we can try and get a local haul train back to Edinburgh. But this, we get a bit more than we bargained for with this blog, so we're going to start early at Stirling. So we started our journey this morning at Stirling Railway Station. And we're going to Edinburgh Waverley, the 0711, which starts at Dunblane. Now the units that are going to be taking us to Edinburgh Waverley will be 385025 and 385010. Once at Edinburgh Waverley, I'm going on CrossCountry Service and going back into England to Berwick-upon-Tweed, which will be our first destination. We'll be in Berwick about 9 o'clock in the morning. We're just going to have an hour and a half there roughly. So we're going to wait for our train to arrive to take us to Edinburgh. now just left Edinburgh Waverley on this cross-country HST. This is started at Dundee this morning. This is 1 Victor 54 and takes you to Plymouth. This leaves Edinburgh 0808. Now, why I've done this morning, because I do have a Spirit of Scotland 8 out of 15 Rover ticket, which costs £124 with a rail card, and almost a bit lost that, but you got to fill out the boxes as well on it. However though, I can't use that till after 9:15 and it's 8:08, so what I've done is I've actually got an advance ticket from Stirling to Berwick-upon-Tweed. It costs about £7.20 with a rail card. And then when I finish my filming at Berwick-upon-Tweed, I'm going to be using the road to get back to Edinburgh.
Sitting in coach. D, you'll find the reservations in carriage C. However, just check the screen above the seat. Check the reservations.
It's alright, because apparently I'm in coach D, but my reservation's for coach D, but I'm in coach C. That's why I kept quiet for me, because I was going to explain that myself, but he's just explained it for me. So that's a bit bizarre, but anyway, right away to Berwick-upon-Tweed. I'm now back in England. I'm at Berwick-upon-Tweed. This is the most northerly station close to the Scottish border. Now usually I get asked, what's your favourite railway station? I always say Northampton, but there's more than that, to be honest. I do like visiting Berwick-upon-Tweed, like Morpeth I like visiting, and Northallerton, stations like that, because there is some good stations on the East Coast Main Line, and this is absolutely one of them. I always stand at the south end of the platform near the Royal Border Bridge and film the trains that way. And we did get a freight train on that Royal Border Bridge as well, which was 66732 I think it was, or yeah, 66732, which was on the North line to Fort William Tanks. Came out a good shot actually, but we're here till 20 past 10, which I'll mention in a minute, because I'm going to do the history of Berwick-upon-Tweed station. Now, where we actually are standing is actually the Great Hall of the Castle, which I'll mention in a bit, because that castle had a bad fate, to be honest. But we are 335 miles from London King's Cross, over 3 miles from the Scottish border. Now, Berwick Castle had to be demolished to make way for this railway station. The station opened in 1847 by the North British Railway, and I think also the Newcastle Berwick Railway, but I think it's more Newcastle Berwick Railway than North British Railway that opened it. The station was rebuilt by London North Eastern Railway in 1927. The branch line trains from Newton St Boswell by Kelso, which joined the main line at Tweedmouth, which is south of the Royal Border Bridge. It started to operate in 1851, but that line closed in 1964. Now also Berwick in 1979 was acted as a terminus station for services to London King's Cross after the collapse of Penmarshield Tunnel, which is north of Berwick Station. But we're here till 10:20 and then go back into Scotland, because after I go back to Edinburgh Waverley on the CrossCountry Service, I'm going to Leuchars to do some filming there. And then we're going to carry on visiting some stations in Scotland. So I'm going to film some more trains now and enjoy the time at Berwick. We just quickly come down here to admire the beautiful Royal Border Bridge. Now, as you can see, when the Newcastle Berwick Railway built their line, they actually built it from the south this way. And when the North British Railway came, they actually built their line from the north up here. It is raining a bit, but it's not as bad as it was at Montrose yesterday. Anyway, I've got to go back up now because there's a TransPennine to speed through at 10:07. Okay, so I made it back to the station with a couple of minutes to spare. Now 802.216 is going to fly through in a second. It's just at Tweedmouth now. The reason though it's 802.216 is because Jack Newell is actually on this train going to Edinburgh as we speak. And it's also his birthday today, so happy birthday, Jack. If you remember Jack Newell, when I went to Leeds and I met up with him then, I can't remember, oh yes, it was after I went to Morpeth that day. So Let's go speed through. Then we've got a couple more trains before my train back to Edinburgh. Edinburgh Waverley, and sometimes I think Edinburgh Waverley is just one big maze. Anyway, you can hear a HST because that's my train to Aberdeen, which will go to Leuchars on it. Which, back power car is 43168, which is just behind me now. As Azuma arrives. 802102 is that Azuma. Anyway, it's going to be a 50-minute journey to Leuchars. Then we're going to do some filming at Leuchars. There's going to be some HSTs and some units, 158 to 170s. Spoiler alert, real-time trains. And then I'm going to St Andrews on a bus. this is the second station today that I'm filming at. This is Leuchars Station. It's an island platform. Used to be called Leuchars Junction. But by the looks, it's like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, there's the houses behind me. And like a bus interchange, which will be going on that shortly. But yeah, it just feels in the middle of nowhere. A bit like Rushy Trent Valley a bit. But except I don't think this has a pub. But anyway, the history of Leuchars Station is very interesting indeed, because the original station was 45 chains north of the current station. The station opened, this is the first one, which is 45 chains up north, opened on the 17th of May 1848, and it became a junction for the St Andrews line on the 1st of July 1852. The first station closed in 1878 but reopened later on as Leuchars Old, but that finally closed on the 3rd of October 1921. Leuchars Junction, which is where we're standing now, opened on the 1st of June 1878. The 30th of June 1913, the station buildings were burned to the ground. The current station buildings date from 1913. Also at this station, it used to have two branch lines. Now at the north end of the station, because this used to be the branch line to Tayport, this closed in 1967. And down this way facing Cupar used to be the terminus bay platform for the St Andrews line. Now speaking of St Andrews, because that's where we're going next, we're actually going to be taking a bus, which I think I've got to go over the bridge. So the bus interchange over there that takes us to St Andrews, which we're going to have a quick look at the disused station there. Because one good thing is that my ticket, the Spirit of Scotland Rover ticket, actually does cover the bus ride to St Andrews. So I'm going to take advantage of it while I'm there. I've also found out that Leuchars Old Station is just up the road where the bus interchange is, so I know I can walk up that road and I could probably get a quick video of where Leuchars Old Station used to be. Now we're going to film some more trains and then get the bus. Okay, so I've come to St Bunyan's Place because where those traffic lights are is the site of Leuchars Old Station, which closed in 1921. This is probably the last place you will find me at a bus station. Now there's a reason why I've come to St Andrews, because down here, which I'll just put the camera on now, this car park right here, used to be St Andrews Railway Station. So we're going to have a look at this area before I head back to Leuchars. But to be honest though, I don't think there's nothing much here. I don't think there's anything left here at St Andrews Railway Station because the station platform should be behind where these cars are. But St Andrews Station was built on the 31st of May 1877. Now the southern part of the line closed in 1965 and the station fully closed in 1969. But the St Andrews Railway did build a line from here to Leuchars in 1852. Now the railway was engineered at a low cost price by Thomas Rauch. Well, when the Cambridge disaster happened, the company did actually suffer quite badly from the aftermath of that. They had like a poor reputation. It wasn't until 1877 when it was actually sold to the North British Railway and they built this station roughly behind these cars here, but I don't think there's nothing left. Go have a quick look and they head back on the bus to Leuchars. I think here, but I'm not 100% sure, this used to be where the bridge was that took you down to the platform. So the platform was roughly just down here, but it looks like it has been infilled a bit. So there's nothing left of it, so shame really. Now back on the 1420 bus heading back to Leuchars Station, and I'm going to be catching a train to, I think it's Cupar, next station? Yeah, I think I'm going to Cupar. Now back at Leuchars Station. Now as you can see where that signal box is there, behind that signal box used to take you to Leuchars Old Station. So the line I think went that way towards the old station which closed in 1921. This right here is Leuchars Junction Station, which is just named Leuchars now. That's like nowhere. But we'll be leaving here at 14:49 because I'm going to be catching a train to Cupar. So this is going to be a unit. Get to Cupar, just have under an hour at Cupar, and then it's Ladybank, and then finish it off at Kirkcaldy this evening. Now made it to the first station of the day, and to be honest, I think this was pointless doing this station, Cupar. Because all I'm getting here is the train I come off on, which is Arbraoth to Edinburgh. They've got Edinburgh to Arbraoth leaving. They've got a fast King's Cross Aberdeen Azuma. Then I've got a Aberdeen to Edinburgh fast, and a 50-50 by train to Ladybank. That's it really. Should have just gone straight to Ladybank to be fair, but anyway, we're here now. It's a new station to try out. But this station opened by the Edinburgh and Northern Railway in 1847. Well, as a temporary terminus for the Tapor branch as well. But there's been 2 accidents here. On the 23rd of October 1899, an express train collided with a coal train with 1 person being killed. On the 4th of July 1988, a cement train derailed, demolished a section of the bridge which carries the B490. So as I say, we've just got 2 fast trains and then by train to Ladybank. This is our next station we're visiting at, Ladybank. Now if you're on the other platform you can see great views from the south with trains coming a mile away through here. But coming up here you can't really see much because I've got to come off that junction there. There is a line going that way that takes you on to Perth. Because this is a junction station for Perth and Dundee. But this station was opened in 1847 by the Edinburgh Northern Railway on the line from Burnt Island. The line divided here into two, which I mentioned earlier. But first it went to Cupar and Lindores. Later the branch from Lindores was extended to Edinburgh. On the 6th of June 1857 the Fife and Kinross Railway opened, providing a link to Kinross. This line closed on the 6th of June 1950. Now this line to Kinross was just south of Ladybank, went to Kinross, but then there was another line that went from Kinross to Kirkcaldy, so it was like a circle line. But that line was closed to make way for a motorway anyway. So we are here till 1718. I did get off here just before 4 o'clock, but with the trains that were passing through here, the Perth to Edinburgh train leaving at 39, I thought I'd stay here a bit longer so I can get more traffic and plus have the full hour here. So we are waiting for a few more trains and then I'll be catching this 1718 service to the last station I'll be visiting, Kirkcaldy. come into this waiting shelter at the southbound platform at Kirkcaldy. Now, the history of Kirkcaldy station is as follows. It opens on the 20th of June 1847 by the Edinburgh and Northern Railway. Services though were soon taken over by the North British Railway. Station buildings were rebuilt in 1964, but a fire in the late 80s led to the destruction of the southbound platform building. So the southbound platforms and buildings had to be rebuilt, and they were reopened in 1991. Now, the only reason I'm here at Kirkcaldy to do some filming is because just after 6:30, I don't know if it's on the board yet, no, but I can't see a board anyway. Well, just after 6:30, there's a local haul train to arrive, which is known as the Fife Circle local haul trains. Now, there's 68 locomotives with Mark II carriages. They'll be going soon anyway, but I'm going to be catching the one that starts at Glenrothes with Thornton to Haymarket, which is 68007. Unfortunately, 68016, which is one that I do need to ride behind on, is on the Cardenden train. And that terminates at Cardenden and comes through here at empty stock. I think it comes through here before my train arrives. I'm not too sure on that one, but anyway. So unfortunately, I won't be getting 68016, I'll be getting 68007. That will take me to Haymarket station. Now when I get to Haymarket, I've got a 10-minute connection for the London King's Cross to Stirling train, the North Eastern Railway service. So that's how I'm going to get back to Stirling from Kirkcaldy. So I'm going to film a few more trains. There is a couple of fast trains to pass through, and then that will be it.
Platform edge, fast train approaching. Please stand clear of the platform edge, fast train approaching. on board is the 1927 service to Stirling station. This train is the Arbraoth service.
Just passing Haymarket depot, and I had a feeling a 91 was going to be on this, because on real-time trains there was a variation on the Stirling move, because last night it was an Azumas service that was terminated at Stirling, which we did get. Tonight though it's 91126. Now I did see 91126 this morning at Berwick-upon-Tweed, because when I left Berwick-upon-Tweed that was the 91 in the platform, which was running late. So this is probably a once in a lifetime move, but this is a one-off. Anyway, I did hear if you want to get to Falkirk Rainston on this train, only one door in coach F is going to be opened for passengers to be aligned there. So the train is going to be like locked out and loose at Falkirk Rainston apart from one door. I think Falkirk Rainston though is more of a set down move. Like if I have a look at RTT, I bet it is. Just give me a sec. It's added to our real time trains. No, it's a 2-way passing allowance. No, you can pick up trains there, I think, as well. But yeah, so this is interesting indeed.
I'm not sure I understand.
Now back at the Premier Inn in Stirling after a lovely Class 91 ride from Haymarket. Now today's trip actually went successful again, to be honest. Started off at Stirling at 7 a.m. in the morning, went down to Edinburgh Waverley, got a HST, a CrossCountry Service to Berwick-upon-Tweed. Filled at Berwick-upon-Tweed with no problems at all. There was a few late running trains towards the end, but nothing really major. The only thing that got me in Edinburgh Waverley a bit late was because the North Blind train to Fort William was basically my cross-country service at 10:20 off Berwick-upon-Tweed, caught up with it at Preston Pans and Wallingford, but it got me in Waverley a bit late, but nothing was really affected. I still managed to catch the train with ease, like 15-20 minutes of a gap instead of a half an hour gap. Then I went over to Leuchars. Okay, yes, it rained in Leuchars, but managed to get Leuchars done and visited Leuchars Old Station, which was not planned, to be honest. I only found out on the map and I thought I could probably get to that. And I did got there, and I got back just in time for the next movements. Then we went to St Andrews on the bus, which was a nice ride actually, and we also passed St Andrews Golf Course. So, like I said, St Andrews, I don't think there was nothing left of the disused station there, but so on. So, went back to Leuchars, went to Cupar, like I said, I think Cupar was a waste of time to film there, to be honest, but 5 trains. But anyway, I did the station to see what it's like, and it wasn't too bad. Ladybank, I did like Ladybank, to be honest. Just wish it was less windier. But yeah, you get more trains at Ladybank because the hourly Edinburgh Perth services stopped there and used to branch line over to Perth. Then we ended up at Kirkcaldy, which again, no problems there, everything was nice. So really it was actually a good day. Then we got the Fife local haul back to Haymarket, and then I got the Class 91 126 to Stirling, which was a quite nice surprise because I was expecting a Azumas, to be honest. But yeah, so all today's plan went quite well. Can't disagree with that. Now I was going to speak about tomorrow's vlog because I brought my tractor Atlas up with me. Because there's a reason why I brought this up, because I need to show you this page. Because this page right here, if I put the page on here, is basically the Glasgow area. Now it starts from Kilpatrick, Paisley St James, Neilston, Barhead, all the way up to Croy, Cumbernauld, Drumgelloch, Cleveland, Wishaw, Shilmere, and East Kilbride, and so on. And even Glasgow Central itself, a lot of Mill Guide as well. Now, we are going to the Glasgow area tomorrow because we're going to play a little game called Glasgow Roulette. Now, what it is, because I was watching Facebook Friday on the Modern Rail YouTube community group, MRYCG. They do a live Facebook on Fridays on the group, and they do competitions sometimes, and they use something called the Wheel of Names for the competition. So they put the people who entered on a wheel and they spin it. But I thought, let's try something else. So what I've done is, apart from Glasgow Queen Street to Glasgow Central, is that on my laptop I've done a wheel with literally about 50 odd Glasgow stations on it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on this a bit so I can show you basically the wheel. So if I can zoom in, so as you can see there, that's basically the wheel spinning with all the stations on apart from Glasgow Central and Queen Street. Now I'm going to do a test. So if I can click Control and Enter. Oh, yeah. There we are, wheel spinning now. And it will land on Scotskin Hill. Obviously we're not going to that station tomorrow, but that's just basically the idea what it's going to be. So that is basically tomorrow's plan. It's going to be called Glasgow Roulette, which you just saw there. Now all the spins I've done, actually I have pre-recorded the spins because I had to make the plan, of course. But you won't see this, what I've spun, till during the video. It's going to be a bit different for this next vlog. So thank you for watching this one. This vlog has been terminated at Stirling now. Thank you for watching Siren Trains, and we'll see you for a Glasgow Roulette by visiting some stations tomorrow in Glasgow area.